You're too aggressive now.
No problem. Well, you know, the aggressiveness, that comes from a Southern man, right?
Baby, let me explain
And we
something to
stand
you.
on what we talking
My roots
about.
come from Texas, so
Okay, I'm from New Orleans.
okay, so
You know what I
the
mean?
South,
So
One thing to know is that women stick together over a man. At the end of the day, women are going to pick each other. When it comes to choosing between a man or a woman, they're going to stick together. They stick together like a pack. So no matter how tall you are, rich you are, handsome you are, what kind of job you have, what kind of car you got, at the end of the day, if you cross one, you cross all of them. Alright, so this is one thing you guys gotta realize, especially if they're in the same proximity. Let's say you're talking to one woman and there's a bunch of them listening, you best bet you burn your bridges with the rest if you crossed one. Alright, so if you find one, you already know you're gonna leave empty-handed. Your shot of dating at least one of them is out that door. But anyways, we got another video to react to. Make sure you click the like, subscribe.
It's your host Arlette, and we are back with another episode of Pop the Balloon or Find Love. And we've got some beautiful single ladies lined up. Make some noise, ladies. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So we have got a group of single men waiting to come out here and meet y'all. So when they come around this corner, they'll come out one by one. If you're feeling him, if he's your type, he checks off all of your check boxes, do not pop your balloon. However, you know, if there's something he said that you're like, oh, red flag, or, you know, you just really can't see yourself dating this guy, go ahead and pop your balloon, and I'll go over to a few of you, see why you ended up popping. You guys ready? Yes. Okay. With that being said, let's go ahead and bring out our first single guy. Hello, welcome in. I'll have you hold this.
how you doing, Alette?
Good, good. How are you? Can we get your
Great.
name?
My name is Brian.
Brian, how old are you?
I'm 40.
40.
Off the rip, can we just say how young looking this man looks? I mean, he's looking good for 40. A lot of guys by 40, they're already balding, losing their hair, body is already far gone, right? They have a beer belly, they just look really unkept. But my dude here, he looks like he's in his 20s. So man, black don't crack, that is a thing.
I'll be 41 in September.
Okay, it's coming up. Yeah. And Brian, what do you do?
I'm an aircraft mechanic
Very
for a major
cool.
airline.
All right.
So
Now,
I fix planes. I want you to get home safe.
we appreciate you.
Off the rip, I know a lot of you guys didn't think he was an aircraft mechanic. With the tattoos and how he looks, this whole bad boy persona he has, I know a lot of you guys thought he was on the streets. Yeah, he's doing all the criminal activities there are, right? But you were shocked to find that out, eh?
And now, what are some things that you like to do for fun?
Things I like to do for fun. I like trail riding. I live in Houston.
Okay.
I'm from New Orleans, but I like to ride horses. I'm a country guy. Okay. I'm still city, but you know I like to do country things.
Got it.
I like to read. I'm from the ghetto, but I am a nerd. Okay. I like to read. I want to know about things that I don't know. Okay. I like to go lounges. Right. I like to go to museums. You know, I just like to really have a good time.
Okay, nice. Now, what are some things that you're looking for in a woman?
Transparency, for sure. Transparency.
Okay.
If I can't see who you are when I meet you, then I would never know, right? Loyalty, that really, for men, that's a big thing, loyalty. I need to know when you out partying, having a good time, that you loyalty and you faithful to a man like me.
Okay.
Transparency and loyalty, those are a big trait a man looks for in a woman. I gotta agree with him on that. I think those are big qualities, right? Every woman, every man who's dating a woman should at least has to exhibit at least one of these, or not even one of these. She has to exhibit all of them. Transparency and loyalty, you know. That means a man is gonna be able to read you off the rip, right? You ain't gonna be moving shady, hiding shit, doing all the weird stuff behind his back. And being loyal, man, oh man, men want to trust the woman they're with. They want to be able to leave their country, go somewhere, and at the end of the day, not have to worry about you, whether you're being faithful or not, whether you going out there closing it with other men or not, right? That's the part where loyalty plays a big important role in a relationship. So once a man can trust you and feel like you don't gotta worry and you know think you're doing him dirty and with other dudes out there, then you already know.
Okay. Now, what are some of your deal breakers?
Deal breakers? I really don't have deal breakers, right? Because I'm from the ghetto, so I understand that you know, we do a lot of things in our past and in our youth that is really a problem. So I don't really have any deal breakers. But as far as deal breakers, I don't really have any.
Okay. All right. So we did get a few pop balloons.
Okay.
Let's go on over to those ladies, see why they ended up popping.
No problem.
All right. Let's start right on over here. If we can have your name and age.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Parker, but I go by Mrs.
Okay.
I'm 39, and
You say you're
And-
39?
39.
All right.
And Mrs. Parker, what do you do?
I'm a professional makeup artist.
A makeup artist?
Yeah, shout out to Makeup by Mrs. Parker.
All right. And Mrs., why did you end up popping your balloon?
I popped your balloon because you said you don't have any deal breakers, and everybody has to have some type of deal breaker, so you have to have something that you don't like.
I should agree with her. He said he doesn't have any deal breakers. That's a little bit off. I think every man has a deal breaker. You know what I'm saying? But I think he's too lenient. If he lives by his word and what he says is how he conducts himself, I think he's too lenient with a woman in his life. Any man has to have a deal breaker. So that means, like, according to him, if she gonna cheat on you, you're still gonna stay. You're still gonna give her benefit of the doubt. If she gonna do you dirty, steal your money, you're still gonna keep her around. It don't make no sense. So everybody has to have a deal breaker. So yeah, I agree at this part.
But you look really nice. You look dapper. Nice to meet you.
It's definitely nice to meet you. When it comes to deal breakers, I'm not a surface level dating type of guy, right?
Okay.
I don't really care about your past. I'm from the ghetto. I'm from New Orleans, right? So nothing that you've done in your past doesn't matter to me because that was before me. After me, that's when you upgrade yourself.
Yeah, about caring about the past though, I also think though there's some women out there, their past is gonna give you a light as to who they are, right? It's gonna shine a light and you're gonna know what kind of person they are. So if you look at the previous boyfriends she dated, right, and she's with you, and you look at how she, you know, her relationships ended, why they broke up, you guys bet when she be doing the same activity she be doing with her exes and the reasons they broke up, and she's exhibiting the same thing towards you, you gotta realize that this person still has the same personality. This person's still the same person from back there, right? If she had red flags in the past, chances are she's still a red flag. Right now, people do change, right? People do grow up, people do make mistakes. I agree with that, but I still think though, what she did in the past, who she been with, whatever, that still can contribute to the future, right? So it's good to know about a woman's past because it's gonna shine light as to who she is, right? And for you to keep an eye out for, right? If she cheated and she was, you know, sneaky and conniving and for the streets back then, and she's with you, and you best bet you gotta have one eye open and one ear open as well. You know, chances are she gonna do you like that too, right? So I'm not saying all of the women will do you like that, but most, like, the chances of that happening, at least 7, 8 out of 10, right? Because it's a rooted trait that's been inbuilt in her, right?
So that's why I said I don't have any deal breakers, because I don't want to say that, hey, you know, you're not my type because of what you've done in your past, not knowing that that wasn't right or wrong. Okay, so that's why.
Respect.
And now, is Mr. someone that is your type?
She definitely. She got this cowgirl going on. I'm from the South, right? You know, so I like your outfit. I like what you got going on, definitely.
Thank you.
All right. Let's go to our next lady over here. If we can have your name and age.
Hi, I'm Tracy, and I'm 37. I'm from New Orleans as well, and I live in the DMV. And the reason why I popped my balloon is because I am from New Orleans, and just the energy just wasn't vibing with. Like, I think you're super cool. I love the way that you look. But as far as like energy, I feel like I've dated guys from New Orleans before, and it just did not work out for me. So I think because we come from the same place, it just clashes.
Okay, so since we come from the same place, it clashes.
Yeah.
You know,
I just haven't had really good relationship experiences dating people from my hometown.
You never met Brian. You never met Brian, but today that you did. You know what I mean? And today, definitely, you was a winner. But, you know, the fact that you're from New Orleans, I respect that, because I respect my home, and I'm prideful on being a Louisianimal, right? And I definitely was feeling you. But,
Thank you.
you know,
Like I
since you
said,
popped
you're very
on me,
handsome.
we don't really deal with rejection too well. We respect that, you know, but we move on.
And then
Nice to
Tracy,
meet you.
Tracy, we actually didn't get, what do you do?
So I work in management. So the person that I kind of link with, we can kind of go into further of my career. Yeah.
What industry? What management? What industry?
I wouldn't like to say. Yeah, I would like to discuss that with the person that I match with. I think that's a little more in depth.
You know what's funny here is, I mean, they're on a dating show. They're asking each other questions. This girl was just asked a simple question: "What kind of management? What do you do for work?" She doesn't want to discuss it. She says she wants to discuss it with the man she matches with. It's a surface question, you know. I mean, I don't see it being deeper. Like, he's not asking you how much you're making a year, what's in your bank account, right? He just wants to know, what do you do for work? I mean, you guys didn't pair up, sure, but I mean, I don't see a reason why she would rather keep this information to the person she matches with. I mean, it's nothing personal. Like, I mean, it's just something simple. It's not that deep, right? He just wants to get an understanding of what she does in her life, what kind of person she is, but she's trying to keep it all hidden.
Okay. You're looking good today. I love the orange. Definitely.
Let's go to our next lady here. We can have your name and age.
My name is Chanel Kidd, and I am originally from Gary, Indiana. I live here in Phoenix, Arizona. Coco Stiletto on Instagram. I have my own business. I'm a business consultant, and I also create trivia games that I sell on Amazon.
Okay, and I'm sorry, we didn't get your age.
I am 42. And the reason why I popped my balloon is pretty much, and you have already answered. You didn't have any deal breakers.
This woman here gave a really mature answer. Because he didn't have a deal breaker, that's the reason why she popped a balloon. It definitely makes sense. I think when you're at this age though, right, you're not messing around no more. You want to be with a partner who has their standards, right? They tell you, hey, this is what I want from you. This is what I'm gonna tolerate. This is what I won't tolerate. Therefore, this person knows how to behave, right? So she gets an understanding of what you want, what you're looking for, and she can play her part, right? So the fact that he doesn't have a deal breaker, to her, it's a red flag, because it kind of tells her this man doesn't know what he wants, or it kind of shows her that she can go around and fuck around and he's still going to take her back. So I think it doesn't sit well with her. So that's a valid point. I think he should have listed his deal breakers off the rip. Even though he says he's not a base surface guy, he likes to give people benefit of the doubt, blah blah blah. I think if he listed his deal breaker, it would give these women a clear understanding as to what type of man what type of man he is, and what kind of things he wants from the relationships, or how he's willing to behave or be. You know what I'm saying, right? It kind of makes sense.
I need someone that knows what he wants. I can be a handful sometimes as well. So, and it can be anything. So it's got to be something that makes you tick, that you can be honest about. So that's why I pop my balloon. And you kind of remind me of my nephew. Just kind of. It's just me.
Okay.
Kind of remind you of my nephew? Okay. So you said the deal breakers would be because I don't have a deal breaker?
Correct.
Okay, well, I could have a clean...
I need a man to tell me something. Tell me what he want and don't want.
And
If you
that
can't
will...
tell me that,
and
I
that-
might jump all over you.
And that will come, definitely. I would definitely tell you where you're going wrong at. But as far as a deal breaker, I have a clean slate with everybody. I'm the type to trust you before I not trust you. I'm going to give you that grace before I don't give you that grace, right? But I respect how you feel.
I like that response. Might circle back, but
You might go get back?
might.
You want your balloon back?
Do you want that balloon back?
Not yet.
Okay.
You got to get the gab I see, so we're just gonna.
I got the gift of gab.
Let's go on to
It's
our
transparency,
next ladies.
love.
Okay, if we can start off with your name and age.
Hi, I'm Janae. I'm 34.
Hello,
And
Janae.
Janae, what do you do?
I'm in school for fashion design. I'm an office assistant, and I'm a new entrepreneur. Just about to launch my fitness clothing line called WeFit.
Okay, and why did you end up popping your balloon for Brian?
Hey, Brian. I love the way you speak, but for me, it was the pants. I don't like the pants too tight.
Now, this woman, she disqualified him because of his pants. Oh my God, that doesn't even make any sense. Because I'm pretty sure the type of man she was with, all her child's baby daddies, I'm pretty sure they were not wearing great pants 365 days a year, you know. They probably had a couple of days where they're not wearing good pants. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, for her to disqualify him based on the pants, it's as if all her relationships or her men, they were wearing perfect baggy pants to her likings every day, you know. So, which I know for a fact is not true, you know. There's gotta be at least one odd day out where they're not wearing good pants or good clothing. Come on, so clothing cannot be a reason as to why you're disqualifying him. You know, you have to list something that makes more sense here, right? You can't disqualify people because of their clothing. Like, you're disregarding everything, like their looks, the way they tick, the way they talk, personality. You're disqualifying all of that just because of pants? Really?
I'm
How
kind
does that
of
make
ghetto
sense?
too, so I like them a little loose, and that was just it for me.
How old are you?
34.
34. How many kids you got?
I got 3.
You got 3?
Yep.
How many baby daddies?
I have 3.
You got 3 baby daddies. Okay.
I should have said 0,
Mm.
because it's just me.
You gonna lie to the public?
No, I have 3, but it's just me. I'm a single parent. There's no man in my life.
No man in your life? Why is the
my
reason
boys.
for there no man in your life?
Well, my first child, his father passed away, and the other 2 are nowhere to be found. So, what can you do?
They do you like that? What's wrong with them?
Something. Only God knows.
Or is there something wrong with you?
Possibly, but I think I'm just fine.
I think you're just fine as well.
Thank you.
Right. But to say that a 41-year-old man is disqualified because of his pants,
You're 41?
I'll be 41 in September.
Okay, because I was like, I thought you said 40.
I'll be 41 in September. That's coming up.
I like it.
Whether he said he was 40 or 41, what's the big difference? You see, she's so quick to still disqualify him, right? He said, well, you know, because he mentioned 41, now she's like, you're 41? I thought you said 40. Like, it's not a big gap. It's not like he said he's 18, or it's not like he at the start said he was 18 and he turns out later he's saying he's 40. Like, that's a big gap. I don't think 1 year makes a difference here.
It's okay for you. It's not my style. You know, with everything going on, I like the pants to be a little baggy, that's all.
Where you from, love?
Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Yeah.
Okay. How long you been out here?
2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Let's go on over here. If we can have your name and age.
I am Venusian, 39.
And you said Venusian? And what do you do?
I'm a TikTok creator manager.
Cool. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
I'm a free-spirited woman, so having to check in with somebody like they are my parent is something that I don't subscribe to, so that's why I pop my balloon.
What do you mean check in like they're your parent?
Hold up. Let's stop her right here. She said having to check in with somebody like they're my parent is something I do not subscribe to. But he did not say that. He just listed that in a relationship he wants to be kept up to date what his partner is doing. I think that's normal for a healthy relationship. For your partner to tell you what's happening with their day, where they're at. Hey, I'm getting my nails done, I'm going shopping, I'm doing this, right? At least as a man, it allows you to have more form of trust because they're transparent and they're open about their day to day. But if you're the type of person who you like to do things without telling your man, then now that can create some doubts, right? Because your man does not know what you're doing, what you're up to, and you don't even like to discuss that or be open about it. Right? So I think in a normal relationship, it's normal to share what you're up to, what you're doing every day to day, you know. So keep tabs with your partner, you know, and then they will do the same for you as well. It makes more sense. So I think for me, she doesn't seem like she's ready for a relationship, right? She still want to act single, because only single people are the ones who feel like they don't have to, you know, tell anybody what they're up to because, you know, they don't have anyone to answer to. But once you're in a relationship, it's like, yo, it's you two, it's not you alone anymore. So you gotta be open, you gotta be communicative with your partner, you gotta tell them what's happening throughout your day.
The way that you were discussing how somebody needs to constantly, when we're out and about, to text or call and check in, that's something that I don't subscribe to, so that's why.
Okay. What do you do?
I'm a TikTok creator, social media agent, yes.
Okay. How many kids you have?
I have 2.
How many baby daddies?
2.
2? Okay. So you didn't think after the first one that you wanted to marry the next one?
No.
No? Okay. Okay. I was just asking because for real men, that's what matters. Your first one is given. Your second one, the mistake is on you.
Oh, is it? Well, there's
That's definitely
circumstances
right.
under why I got
That's
pregnant.
definitely
but
right.
That's nor here or there, and that's
Yeah,
not
but
what I'm here for.
Okay, definitely. You're a beautiful woman, though.
Thank you.
But I respect your answer.
Thank you. Let's go back here. Okay, if we can start off with your name and age.
I'm Shay, and I'm 37.
How you doing, Shay?
I'm doing amazing.
Shay, what do you do?
So I work for the county, and I have my own hair business and a few other little small businesses.
All right, and why did you end up popping your balloon?
So originally I was feeling it. I like I don't want to say a bad boy, but I like somebody that's outspoken. But the question of, I feel like you're challenging the women. Oh, how many baby daddies you got? And then, it just, does that matter? You say future, so that's their past. It's not their future. How many kids do you have?
I have one daughter. She's 19.
Do you want more?
I do.
My balloon still pop because I don't want any more.
Okay.
You don't want any more?
Not at all. I have.
You can't have
one.
any more. You
No,
choose not to have
any more. I have a
Okay.
almost 14-year-old and.
Okay, yeah. Well, the reason for me asking their past about the baby daddies, because it lets me know where they're going in their future. If you didn't want to have a baby daddy for the second time, then that lets me know that you was uncareful of what you're dealing with.
Do you necessarily
Okay.
believe that somebody's past is their past that don't determine their future?
Not-
Because
not-
I mean, I can look at you and say like you made people make mistakes. And it could happen. I feel like once or twice, okay, some things become a choice, but your past doesn't determine
When it
it.
comes to once is a mistake. Twice, that's on you.
Okay, so then say like you get into a relationship with somebody, you get married, and things don't work. So then I guess you made a mistake? And then so you once is a mistake and then twice is, I don't believe in that because I believe things happen.
Sweetheart, twice is on you.
Okay,
You
well,
should have learned from that very first
No,
mistake. Okay,
lessons are
and
to be
not
learned.
saying that your child is a mistake, right?
Of course
But the
not.
fact that you chose the wrong man to have kids with, and secondly, not to have a marriage after the next one or before
Marriage
the next
doesn't
one.
determine, and I'm a person that wants to be married, but marriage don't determine anything. I done known people to be married for a long time and it don't work out, baby.
No, hold up. What he said here about the baby daddy thing, I actually agree with it. I think it makes more sense, right? The first time, sure, a mistake. Second time, come on. Third time, come on. Fourth time, come on. What are you talking about? So I think here, what the woman is trying to say, literally, it's that it's not their fault that they can get pregnant up to 7, 10, 20 times. It's like, no, Also, the fact is, I don't know if you guys realize it, but a lot of these women have different baby daddies. There's not a single woman here who says she has like 4 kids with the same baby daddy. They all have 2 or 3 baby daddies. So that kind of tells you what's going on in their life, right? So I mean, it makes sense why you would ask how many baby daddies you got, how many kids you got, right? It lets you know what kind of person they are and how their dating world is like, or how it goes like, right? Because imagine that, right? You get pregnant by the first baby daddy and you have a second baby daddy and then a third baby daddy. By the end, you're gonna have like 10 kids with different baby daddies, all of them. It tells you that they were never in a stable relationship.
So, yeah, you are, no, honey bun,
Okay.
you're too aggressive now.
No problem. Well, the aggressiveness, that comes from a Southern man, right?
Baby, let me explain
And we
something to you.
stand on what we talking
My roots
about.
come from Texas, so.
Okay, I'm from New Orleans.
Okay, so
You know what I
the
mean?
South,
So
the
when
battles
you-
of the South.
All right,
like I
Brian,
said again.
Brian, let's move on.
Okay,
Let's move on. Let's
no
move on.
problem. Have a good day, love.
Yeah, this woman does not want to accept accountability. So yeah, the first time it happens, yeah, I get what he's saying. First time it happens, okay, it's a mistake. Sure, it's understandable. Second time, it's on you. Yes, because you should have learned from the first. But I mean, I would have said at least 3 times. First time is a mistake. Second time, okay. Third time, now you're playing. You know what I'm saying? By his standards are, according to his definition, is first is mistake, second on you. So I mean, fair enough. I get it.
If we can have your name and age.
Hi, my name is Shay, and I'm 37.
And Shay, what do you
Hello,
do?
Shay.
I am an insurance adjuster, and I'm just waiting to take my real estate license.
Very nice. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
Just based off of the energy, I didn't want to pop it too soon. I like to feel you out first, but just based off of the energy and the conversations that were had between the women, and just overall, that's it.
Okay. So you a follower?
No, I went out. That's why I said I didn't pop it right away. I wanted to see for myself.
So you didn't like my responses and the women that I responded to? You didn't like the responses?
Just the energy from it.
In other words, she just got triggered by his energy, right? Because he comes off, I guess, like the other woman said, aggressive. So that's what's turning her off. She knows that he has a point, and a lot of women don't like to hold it. A lot of women don't like to take accountability, right? So she's feeling like he's challenging the woman and he's attacking them. So in her defense, she's offended because she is feeling attacked. Because as I said, Women, they line up with each other, man. They're like a pact, sisterhood, right? Once you cross one, you cross all. That's literally what it is. She is
Yeah.
feeling attacked.
The energy
As I
is too
said,
strong for you, huh?
Not
women, they line
necessarily
up
too
with each
strong.
other,
I
man. They're like a
just
pact,
didn't too much care
sisterhood,
for
right?
it.
Once
That's
you cross one, you
understandable.
cross all.
I respect
That's
that, though.
literally what it is.
Let's go on over here. If we can have your name and age.
Davinia, and I'm 41.
And Davinia, what do you do?
I'm a compliance analyst for a payment processing company.
And why did you end up popping your balloon?
I popped my balloon. I was waiting because I was trying to feel the energy, the vibe, the connection, chemistry. And I believe he was speaking very well, very suave, handsome gentleman. So I was trying to give it some time. But then it started to feel like an attack. And I didn't like or agree with the attack. So that was why I popped my balloon.
Okay. So you say it felt like an attack. Can you elaborate on that?
You don't judge people from their past, or you like to start off with a clean slate. I don't think that if a relationship works out for a woman and it happens to be her second baby daddy per se, I don't think that's her fault. So if she decides to stay and marry the man, like Brian says, then that means she's settling. And I don't agree with a woman having to settle just because the opinions of others thinking that, it's going to be her fault. It's her fault because it didn't work out. No.
But this woman fails to say that what if it is their fault because it didn't work out? What if the woman is the one that caused the relationship not to work out, right? Like maybe she met the first dude, they had a kid, and boom, the woman ruined it. And moved on to the second dude, boom, had a kid, woman ruined it. Moved on to the third dude, then what? But I get what she's getting at. She's trying to defend the women. She's trying to say it's not their fault. They can have as many babies with different baby daddies. It's still not gonna be their fault. Well, at some point, I think it is, because first time, sure, maybe mistake. Maybe they were young. Maybe they, it was a random hookup. Okay, they got pregnant. Sure. Second time, okay, fine. We'll give you that. Third time, what? What are you talking about now? Come on, how's that a mistake? That's your fault. You're just careless. You're just not thinking. You're just thinking with the wrong hormones here, or the wrong brain cells. But she just doesn't want to hold accountability, and she doesn't agree with his worldviews and his opinions. That's what caused her to pop.
Because people, they start off with different personas, and then you slowly kind of learn who they really are. So if you decide to walk away because that situation isn't healthy for you, that doesn't mean that it's your fault that it didn't work out.
Okay.
Yeah, I do agree. A lot of people have different phases in relationship, right? The first 3 months of the honeymoon phase, after a year or so, that's when true colors come out. But I still think it is your fault. If you got pregnant because, you met a dude and the first 3 months everything was good, 6 months later, a year later, you find out he's not the person he is. It was your fault for getting pregnant by him really quickly without realizing his true colors. So you should have given it time before you decided to, or before you got pregnant. At least you should have done your duty. You should have done your part. Not hook up right away. Wait till you get to know what kind of man he is, date for a while, figure him out, and after a couple years or so, and he's the man for you, and you want children, then yeah, go for it. But you cannot just start dating and within 2 weeks get pregnant and then find out on the 4th month, oh, he's a different person than he presented himself to be. Well, that is still your fault. So she just doesn't want to hold accountability as well. But yeah.
Okay. So there's 4 billion women on the planet. I'm a black American from Louisiana. I have the choice to have the pick of the litter. So why would I pick you if you have multiple baby daddies?
Well, don't pick me.
Right.
Yeah.
And
you
I
have
understand
the choice.
that.
You have the choice. We all have a choice.
I have the choice, but
Yeah.
you're judging me on the fact that I have the choice.
No, I'm not judging you. That just means that I'm not for you. If you're going to judge me because my second baby daddy didn't work out for me, then I'm not for you. So I'm not judging
And
you
I
and your
understand that.
opinion
How many kids
and your
you have?
preference. I have 3.
You have
25,
3?
18, and 12.
Okay, how many baby daddies?
2.
2. Okay. So it's no disrespect towards that, right? But I just want you to understand, when it comes to a man of top tier, right? We give you a few from one man. That's it. If you have multiple from a different man, that disqualifies yourself.
So it disqualifies a top tier woman from getting a top
That's
tier
exactly
man
right. Why?
if
Because
she
there's
has-
billions of women on this planet.
Okay. All right.
All right?
I respect your opinion.
Okay.
Okay, well, Brian, that is all the balloons popped.
No problem.
But we do thank you for coming on. Let's go ahead and give it up for him, ladies.
All right.
Anyways, that's the video. Let me know what you guys thought. Just like I said, man, the women are always gonna stick together. So even if you speak your mind and you tell them your opinions and, you know, your values and all, as long as you're not attacking one of them or you're not really challenging one of them, you should be good. But once you start keeping it real and telling them how it is right to their face, if you cross one, you cross all of them. You best bet. So if they're all in a room there and they're all listening to you and you go against one of them and then they find this out, they're gonna stick with each other and you just burn bridges with all of them, which is not necessarily a bad thing, right? Because at the end of the day, you spoke your mind, you kept it real, and that's good. It's way better than faking it just to get the girl. At some point, you gotta keep things realistic, keep it true, honest, genuine, and yeah, live with your values, right? Who cares if she rejects you or they reject you, whatever, as long as you're not caving yourself to try and get the woman, you're losing nothing. But yeah, that's the video. Let me know what you all thought. Till next time, easy.